Hello everybody and welcome back. How good of you to join and welcome back to a new Anno 1800 Extreme Let's Play. Last year we already had the survival playthrough of this beautiful game. Then we had the ultimate playthrough where we are playing through all the DLCs, and now I want to have a look at a bit more challenging stuff again. In fact, we're going to start even without a ship, but before we get into the fighting, as we can see right now, we still have one task ahead of us, and that is the difficulty settings. So there we are right away in the main menu. Let's go for another sandbox edition, and this time we are probably going to play a bit also the role-playing game. So we're going to play as a prisoner that escaped and is stranding on an island. Yep, that's right, we are starting without a ship this time around, and of course we're starting once again with the highest level of difficulty that there is in this game, with dozens of mod installs and all the DLCs except the DLCs that expand the area or the game too much, because we want to stay focused to survival. And yeah, this is the guy that we are playing with, a new banner. He's being called, let's say Ben Lagar. So hello Ben there, thank you for your support. And we're playing without the Sunken Treasures DLC, we're playing without the passage and without Africa. So we are really just expanding the game mechanics, but not the game area. So we're still only playing in the old world and in the new world, and are trying to survive there and of course reach World Domination. In this time it should be really interesting with the Docklands. We will see how this incorporates. We're playing of course with very hard island difficulties, so we're probably not going to have all the resources, and then we have to use the Docklands to trade, to import and export the goods that we need, right? And there we are in the difficulty settings itself. If you want to play along, then here we'll see now the random seed. So this is the seed you'll need for this. You need to have the exact same settings. So we're playing on a large world size and a large island size, and that's the only exceptions that I'm making here. The rest is fertility is medium, island difficulty is normal, a mineral deposit is sparse, so this is going to be difficult. Map is the corners. We're playing of course with three-star AI opponents. So three-star AI opponents. The Admiral Vincenzo Silver, Lady Margaret Hunt and Alonso Graves are with the game again, and once again we're declaring war all the time, so there's not going to be any diplomacy whatsoever. For the traders, I've decided that we actually go with 2 traders this time to spice it up a bit. So Eli Bleakworth and Isabel Sarmento, both of them are going to offer some quests that we have to do in the middle of all of that. The pirates of course are once again on hard difficulty, so they're going to play a vital role. I remember in my survival playthrough that Sean Lafortune was pretty damn strong in the new world. This is going to be fun, I guess. Income is low. We have inactive upkeep. We have of course a fee if we want to revert a construction. We also have to we can't relocate any buildings, so everything that we build is permanent. There's also no trading restocks. The incidents are hard, quest frequency is normal, and the influence is low that we get. And the starting ship, none. So we are really only starting with a harbor area right away, with a small capital and a non-revealed or hidden map, so we also don't know where anything is. For the victory conditions, we're basically going to have none. We're just going to play until we survive, reach World Domination, or of course get totally wrecked in the process. That's it. These are the difficulty settings. With that, we can start. Once again, I want to thank you for all my supporters that support my channel actively. If you want to support me, you can do this via YouTube membership or Patreon support. Patreon support has the advantage that it gives me 100% of your support. And if you want to purchase this game, then have a look at the video description. You find an affiliate link. You get a special discount on Anno 1800, and you can also support the channel in the process. Now, without further ado, let's get cracking. And yes, that's it. Here we are. The map is just unfolding. As we can see, we are stranded rather in the corner. So this is the map with the corners. So the AI opponents usually are somewhere in the corners. And this is our first island. And what I can see, yes, it is actually not so bad. So yeah, we only have 2 iron deposits. That was to be expected. We have 3 clay deposits rather scattered around. We only have, and this is a huge problem, only have 3 oil springs. So electricity is going to be a problem. No coal, no copper, no zinc. So this is, yeah, we definitely will have to expand at some point. We have no ship. It's really just the harbor area here that we have a big river going through that. We can definitely use it for a big, beautiful city though, and we can also see some surrounding islands already that we need to explore later, but for now it's back to business, back to, well, building a city. I actually like the name Grimmen. We can stay with that, I think. And yeah, there we have it. Ben Lagar, level 1. Prisoner just escaped. And yeah, we're level 1. That's it. We have 97 influence. Not that much we can do with that. The first thing that I would like to do though is we're going to build a street right away. And we probably should be hurrying up about that because I know that the AI opponents are way faster than we are. So that's that. Once again, I'm going to start with a bit of a bigger road there here in the center. It's probably going to cost me most of my money already. We only have 25,000 credits, so that's really not a whole lot. And then we are going to basically build now our forest production. We have the clay deposit right beside it, and with that we can start with building something up here. Oh, there's also some wildlife running around. So as we know, we do need some building materials. We don't really have a lot. We only have 40 timber, and that's basically it. So we're going to just add a couple of these lumberjack huts here to the game, and then some of these sawmills rather close as well to the lumberjack huts, like so. And also then, of course, the street connection right away. This we can do quite easily. And the other thing that we need is, of course, a basic smaller town that we can have in this area. And yep, there we also have a smaller city. Of course, it's all built in Blueprint for now so that we can plan ahead a bit. The 40 timber that we have, we're going to use this right away on our first warehouse. There it's coming up in all its glory. Let's also have the first, let's say, 3 lumberjack huts and 3 sawmills working for that as well. And what we can see right away is, well, basically we don't have workforce. So 45 farmers we need. This is what comes into play here. We can now build us the marketplace. And around the marketplace, let's have the first houses, and thus we have also reached the age of agriculture once again. So in its basic, there we got also the first buildings. We might need to destroy them later for a pop, but who knows about that really. The influence area of the marketplace is fine for now, and there we also have the first people now moving in. The first thing they're doing is going right to the marketplace. Now the need for market has been, well, satisfied, and the workforce is now, as we can see, going up. And yep, the fish would be the first basic resource that we do need then to produce for them, for those guys. But right now they're happy without food. I guess they just take the light in, and that should be enough. And gotta say that, it's a beautiful island that we are sitting on here. And we definitely do have a nice view around to the other islands. What I can see is that there is no island for quite some distance there. And in the distance, we might be seeing the pirate base. I have no idea where the pirate is. We're playing the corner map, so probably somewhere in the center. And yeah, the most important thing, of course, is to get the first ships up for now, and then also to find the find Archibald Blake and find the pirate. But for now, we have to wait. People are moving into the town, as we can see, and the first workforce is starting to work here in the sawmill and the lumberjack huts, and we're starting to build up now our wood production. What I can also see is that with that wood production, we are also paying the first wages and maintenance costs, and we are now negative. We have 40 people living here on our way to level 2. So if you're not familiar with the levels, well, basically every level you get gives you a higher global population limit and also increases the influence limit that we have. And we need influence for all kind of things, most important for harbor defenses and ships. And that is something that we need quite soon, since we are at permanent war with the other hard AI opponents. And yeah, money wise, it's going down. As we can see, it's ticking down, and we do need to counter that, our wages, and that is with the taxes that we get from our farmers. We have unlocked the fish, so they're now ready to eat a bit of fish. We do have some 10 tons of fish in our storage for now, and we can now also build the fishery, right, our first building. And this is pretty cool. So this is coming in with the harbor DLC. We can actually build a K street, right, and this would enable us to have the fishermen, for example, here, and being then right next to the K. So we don't need to build them right there at the beach, right, but we can rather have a K where those fishermen are working then. And I think we're going to do it like that, right? So there we have that. And let's build us the first 2 fishermen, I think. That should be fine. As we can see, money is going down even more on this fine day. And out they go to get us some fish. And boy, we do need fish for quite some time. Oh, and the beautiful ocean there, fine weather we have today. And I think another thing that we might want to do is we could actually enable the change of daytime, right? Some of you like this one, so why not just do it? As we can see, the sun is going up on this grand day on the foundation of Grimmen, as our city is called. I'm also inclined to speed up my wood production, so let's just upgrade the next lumberjack hut and sawmill. And since some timber is coming in now, we might also be using the timber that we have right away on some new people. So we're just going to build the next block of houses there. Fantastic, and the village status has been reached, so we are growing. We have over 100 people. For now, we haven't reached level 2 yet, but at least the first 100 marks a, well, smaller settlement, the village. We should be planning ahead a bit, so what I'm going to do is we're going to build a road here to the other side. I'm not going to build it over the river yet, because that is just costing us too much timber, as we can see. It costs me 1,000 credits and 20 tons of timber, and we can't use that. We need all the timber that we get right now to build us our settlement, so let's just upgrade the next few houses here. And let's also have a look at the statistics. So 2 fishery we have, and with that we basically can, of course, here, as we can see, get the fish at the moment into the storage. So let's plan the next step over here in Grimmen. We should be going for now the work cloth production and also the schnapps production at some point, but work cloth production is more important. So we're going to have our first sheep farms in this area. Let's have us a little path going all the way up here, and then the sheep farms, right? We do need a few of them, I'd say. Let's just see how many we can squeeze into this area. And I guess it can be quite a few of them. And perhaps also those ones here. That should be fine. Very good. And those. So we have around 5 of those sheep farms here, and that means about 5 of these framework knitters that we need for now. I'm going to squeeze in one more here and one more here, so they can work on that. And of course, what we never should forget is the fire station. And yeah, I've taken it my utmost priority that we are building a fire station from scratch. And oh, what I can see is we have unhappy farmers. What is going on here? Happiness is down. They want a pub, so this is their first really main target for happiness sakes. And we might be placing now the pub then somewhere here. There we only have the blueprint mode, so I can get rid of that without any additional cost and build us a nice smaller pub here in the town center, where we have also our marketplace, right? So there we have it. And let's build it right away. A fine pub. Hello there provides a service to your residents, and people are happy about that. We have a content population again. If this stays low too long, then we will have riots and facing fires and stuff like that, and unhappy people, basically. You don't want to have that. And now it's going up again. Plus, happy people also pay more taxes, though we can't see that yet, as our taxes are quite low. I do have a bit more timber again. Let's build the next houses. So those ones here. Houses are more important than the work cloth for now, because we really want to push a population. As we can see, also halfway through level 1 now. Yes, I'm happy to see that there's really a lot of people coming in now, and also timber. So we have around 130 workforce available right now, and the timber. So I think we might also start with our work cloth production that we have over here. We build the warehouse for that first, and then I would build 2 framework knitters and 2 of those sheep farms there with their fields. There we also have the fire station that I will place there as well. Here we, by the way, could squeeze in a few more sheep farms then, right? So there would be, could have one, or yeah, framework knitters. That's actually better, because for the sheep farms we will have to use the other space then. I will definitely like to try to have my framework or my work clothes only here, and we still need to find a suitable location for the schnapps then, probably here in this area, since we do have a bit of space there. Oh, it's really strange that we can't scout on the map at this point. Whatever happens out there in the world, we have no idea about that. I just hope that there is no ship coming in, destroying us within a second. And let's build a few more houses. Those guys here, and there are 2 more houses. And what we also should be seeing now soon is then the work cloth to come in, and then we might actually upgrade those people already. And look at that, 300 negative on the balance right now, but also almost 300 people. Ah yes, and as we can see, glorious. The first wool has been produced. Let's just go in there for now. We can actually enjoy it as the game is rather slow in the beginning, but we know that it's getting extremely stressful in a few moments. But it's a fine day and we should enjoy this. Fantastic, as the workload is coming in now. There is a resident quest already. Let's have a look at that. A farmer quest. I hope it's not something where we need to go around with a ship. Bloody hounds have the whole neighborhood terrorized. Sooner or later a kid's going to end up bitten. Lock them away, you must. And we need to find the stray dogs in a small settlement like that. That shouldn't be a big problem. Or is it? Well, I hope not. Where are the dogs? There they are. As we can see, there are some dogs running around and we've turned it in. And we do get 20 tons of fish. That is bad. So fish is something we produce en masse on ourselves. And I would rather have some money. Right? Credits are more important. Quite the busy harbor we have too with the fishermen. And of course we have a more timber. Let's upgrade a few more houses. There on the other sides. Perfect. Well, this is scoring. We can also see that the workload is coming in. So they would have now all the basic needs in order to be upgraded. And let's also have a warehouse in this area. And what I will want to have in this area is basically my schnapps production. Alright, so I'm laying out some foundations for our potato fields. There we can still squeeze in one more farm that we can then have here. And basically here we're going to have then our distilleries. And we can squeeze in quite a few of them in blocks of 4s, of course. There we have the road then, and we can have more of these distilleries as well. Coming in closer then to the fire station there as well. We might also have some more potato fields than on the other side, here for example. Right, so that's that. And we have the timber. Let's build the warehouse. Let's build the first 2 schnapps distilleries and the first 2 potato farms as well. There we have them. And people will now start to work on that. I'm really excited about how the docklands are going to play into this game later then, once we have everything set up and the resources are becoming scarce. I'm really excited to see how we can use the import-export function then for our advantages. But for now we're starting small with the schnapps. Money is still going down at 250 credits. This is not good looking. Let's have a look. Schnapps should be coming in soon. We should be able to upgrade though, and we are. Let's upgrade our first farmers to workers. And thus we have reached the age of industrialization. There they are in all their glory. And we have unlocked a whole bunch of new things. I love these buildings, red brick buildings, my favorite ones. And yes, sausage would be their latest need. And we've also unlocked now the worker buildings. And with that, the bricks as our next building material and the sausages that we can actually produce here. We have Eli on the map, by the way, so soap later, a soap trading might be possible as well. What we have also unlocked with the workers is, or soon, is the sail making. And with the timber and the sails, we could then start with our ship production once we have the credits for that, of course. Speaking about credits, I think the shipyard costs me 10,000 credits. We need to be careful thus with the money. I think we need a much bigger city than what we have right now. Let's build a few more houses. We can add a few more here. And as always, we're building them in blueprint mode first, because once I placed something in real, so once I've upgraded it to real life buildings, I can't destroy them anymore without a fee. And the fee is pretty hefty, so I'm not doing that. Let's go for the safe way and build us everything in blueprint mode. And there we have it. As we can see, also the day is over almost, so the sun is going down. Are we? Where's the sun? There it is. It's going down right now. What a beautiful game. And we actually look towards the sun as it's going down. That's going to add some nice screenshots later that we can take in Grimmen. Let's build it. As we can see, my people are really happy at the moment. Happy population. That's because we also provide the schnapps now. Let's just see, is it coming in? Yes, it's coming in. And we can also see that on the balance, because it's coming closer to even now. How much schnapps do we produce? We still are at -1. So I will still need to add a few more. And let's build 2 more schnapps distilleries and 2 more potato fields. Right? So that we really have a nice production for all of that. Oh, and by the way, we have 600 people now living here and of course have reached level 2 in the process and also gained some more 12 influence. Right now there's no way for us to consume influence, but soon we'll need a lot of that. Let's build a few more farmers. I would also like to upgrade a few more farmers to workers, but we do need timber for that as well. Should we perhaps upgrade or increase our timber production? We have 4 sawmills right now. As we can see, the warehouse is rather full from time to time. So if you're not familiar with that, we have basically 2 ramps available, and whenever there's someone coming delivering something like the timber here, he's going to consume a ramp or going to use a ramp, and others have to wait them. So the more production buildings we have here, the more people are waiting, and thus it's slowing down the income. And as we can see, it's turning night now. Day 1 is over, and we'll continue here in the next day. Fantastic. And next day is dawning. The sun is going up again. Ah, that is beautiful. Fantastic. And we have some 20 tons of timber. Let's just check everything here. I think the schnapps should really be fine though now. Yes, we have a nice surplus. The same with the fish and the work cloth. So I can actually build a few more houses. We should be doing that, of course. Let's build those ones here. And let's upgrade some more farmers there to workers. So there we have 2 more. And for the first time ever, I think we are positive, plus 27 credits for now. That's not a whole lot, but at least money is not going down anymore automatically, at least for now. And we can also see we have around 70 workers now as workforce, and we should be using that soon for the bricks. Lucky us, we do have a clay deposit right here. And yes, I should not be using too much road here because it's basically reducing the effectiveness of this lumberjack hut there. As long as it's above 90%, it's fine, but it should not drop below that. And yes, since this warehouse is already at its limit there with the sawmills, I'm not going to add the clay deposits to it as well. So we're going to build another warehouse here. I can use this warehouse then for example, the sail makers that I might place here. Plus we also have our oil deposit. Is that right? Yeah, we have 3 oil fields later for electricity, and we can also use this warehouse close by then for some production here. Let's have the warehouse. Of course, it still needs, like every warehouse, a road connection, and let's actually use it here because I don't want to further reduce the effectiveness of the lumberjack hut there. And yes, we can get rid of this road there again. And instead, we can build the clay pit. And the clay pit needs 2 brick factories, and we can use both of them here on this little corner there. Let's have the road, and that's basically it. All we need now is some timber. We have that. Let's build us these buildings here. And as we can see, they're basically consuming all the workers now that we have.
It's a surprise inspection.
So they're not working at full capacity then. The clay pit is working though, in all its glory. Beautiful. And thus we have also started the bricks production, but of course we do need a few more workers. So let's just see if we can upgrade. We should be able. Let's upgrade those 2 there. It's really expensive upgrading. There we can have 2 more, and we have reached level 3 as well, and added plus 12 influence. Beautiful buildings and a positive workforce again. And I'm pretty surprised we have a positive balance despite having the brick factories. They consume minus 20 credits each, and the clay pit minus 10. We need to be really careful with the money here. We need 10,000 credits for the shipyard. Without the 10,000 we cannot build ships, and we're dropping below that soon because I still need to build a few more production buildings, and workload is going down as well. Let's build a few more farmers. There we can have another block now. So we are advancing with the city of Grimmen. We might be having another main road here then, right? This one goes up then later, not this one here. So this one will be destroyed sometimes later. And we can also build 2 more houses there. And oh boy, we also have the first fire in the city itself. Of course, it was bound to happen. And yeah, fires are pretty bad in the beginning. What we can do about this is we can chop down or, well, remove some of these streets here and build us most likely a fire station here. There it is, right? I would like to use it like that because it's the most, well, efficient way. And let's build the fire station right away. a fire station in the middle of Grimmen now. Of course, it's going to take just a small amount of time there before it can fully work, and it takes all of those buildings then into its area beside the pub there. Smaller fire. Unfortunately, it's of course the worker buildings that are on fire. This is reducing the workforce that we have of them. And look at that, we're even Steven here right now on the balance. It's exactly at 0. Before it goes up again, let's build a few more houses there. And we're out of timber again. Oh boy, really don't have a lot of resources. Come on, yeah, firefighters. Now they have been trained and now they can work. And there we can see it, the first firefighters. This is actually always pretty cool to watch from the street level. People are watching, quite a lot of people, as the firefighters are, well, doing their job. I just love these details. Fantastic. What we can also see, the fire is spreading, so we were a bit late there, but we are still able to douse the flames, hopefully. Some of them are losing a lot of health already. This one here might actually collapse. We'll find out later. I can't be idle though and watch. We need to continue. Let's upgrade these buildings here to workers. So we need more workers, obviously, and those two here. This looks nice then in the center there. And we have also reached the port town level now and have unlocked the shipyard. Oh, yeah, the shipyard. Let's just have a look. Yeah, 10,000 credits it costs us. This is a building that's going to take us quite some time, I think, before we can place it. The first bricks are also coming, so they have now fully started to work. These rather smaller production chains. Can I boost? Yes, I can mobilize the fire station, so we can use an additional firefighter. So we have 2 firefighters now working on that. But since city incidents are on hard, you know, every single fire is going to be a challenge for the city. Especially when all of that happens. And I'm really afraid of the plague as well. That might be coming later. We can also build a church now. This is though... yeah, it's a beautiful building, but we might actually reserve a space for that where I'm not upgrading buildings, right? So here I'm probably not upgrading those farmers there, since we will have to get rid of these houses then again. Let's upgrade the next workers or the next farmers, and I might also plan the next district of Grimmen right away here, so we can continue with that by building, for example, a few farmers like that, and perhaps also here. Of course, this is looking rather simple. Bear in mind that I'm just placing the basic buildings, and as you can see, I'm going to get rid of some of these buildings again for bigger buildings later, like the church. So, you know, it's not going to stay like we're spamming farmer houses only and it's going to stay like that. Nope, 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 nope. It's just for the basics, really. I can still squeeze in more houses here, I think. Like so. We're probably going to have some buildings on that side too. Right, but it's not really being reached then. Actually, let's use the marketplace here. Let's use the marketplace here, because with that, what we can do is we can then use some houses on that side too. And the first newspaper is coming in. So with the newspaper, we can finally use the influence that we have. And I would like to do this. We don't have a lot of options yet, but I can use it for some additional income there. So 5% income. Spend, spend, spend. And minus 50 right chance we also have with happiness and light in Grimmen. And new company takes root. That is us, basically. Let's publish this. 25 influence it costs us. And this is working in the background now, giving me a bit more room to breathe there. Timber is actually pretty high. Let's continue with building a few more houses. While I plan, we should not forget about the building process. I can actually... oh, yes, and this one actually got destroyed. It's going to cost us some 6 timber to repair it. Once the fire is completely gone. That is now the case, and now there it is again. But it costs us, of course, quite a lot of timber. And a few more workers there. Fantastic looking. So far we are alive. No one has attacked us yet. And we are now in the process of building the next district. And yeah, working towards our shipyard that we need soon. Stay tuned.